Good morning, everyone. It is August 13th. Today is, what is today? Yes, it's a Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday, August 13th. And as we usually start off with the calendar, let's take a look at what is due today. So today, the Unit 3 test is due today. Unit 3 test is due today, so make sure you complete that. Unit 4 quiz is also due today, so make sure you complete that as well. Your Unit 2 and 1 test marks have been updated, so you can please check your mark. So the mark that you currently have is your midterm mark. It includes all the quizzes from Unit 1, the test from Unit 1, all the quizzes from Unit 2, and the test from Unit 2, and it includes Unit 3 Quiz 1. That is the part where we stop and gathering your midterm mark. So your midterm mark, that what it is currently, that's the mark that it will show on your midterm report card. If there are any issues with any of the marks, please come during the office hours from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. any day, in the morning, or email me. Do both, actually. Like, email me and come during that time. Obviously, if you come during that time, you don't have to email me, I guess, but whatever. It's always good to email. So that way I can help you if there's any issues. I already helped a few students today, this morning, and yeah, that's about it. So midterm marks, your midterm report cards, I think, I'm not sure the exact date, but it'll probably be, let's say, by Friday. By the end of this week, you should probably have an email with your midterm report card on it. And that's about that. I think that's it. So let's get started. Today we are doing Unit 4, which is trig functions. And this unit is a very big unit. It is this unit either the students do really well on or do extremely poor on. It depends if you get it or you don't. This is a lot of work to do, so yeah, this unit is big. So we're doing trig ratios, obtuse triangles, and application of trigonometry. Oh, we're doing SOHCAHTOA, I think, initially, and then we're doing COSANLA and SANLA. And then we're doing, yeah, okay. I think I know what we're doing. Let's start. Lesson 1. Okay, so the first part is review. I'm just gonna quickly go over this review. This is like, I shouldn't even go over this, but oh, you know what? No, I don't have time to go over this. I'm just gonna be quick. So, part 1 trig, this is from grade 9 or 10, depending on, I don't know when you did it. SOHCAHTOA. So SOHCAHTOA is when you have a right angle triangle and you are given the side lengths of that right angle triangle, or you're given an angle and some of the side lengths, and you can write these equations to figure out the rest of the missing information. So sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, cos theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. These are your primary trig ratios, and how do you use them? Easy. So quickly, since this is some very basic stuff, remember SOHCAHTOA, sine theta. Theta is this symbol here. It usually represents an unknown angle. So, it's like x, essentially, except for angles. So sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Cos theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. And remember, these capital letters are the actual length of the side of a triangle. So like you're measuring the triangle, like in centimeters or meters or whatever. So in this example, theta is obviously 30 degrees. That's clearly the angle because there's no other angle. I mean, there is this angle here, the 90-degree angle, but that's just the 90-degree angle. You don't really use that one that often. So before we even begin, we need to label our triangle. I just label it ABC for now. Once we do that, we need to label the side lengths. What do I mean by side lengths? With respect to the angle. So what does that mean? Well, we know the hypotenuse is always the longest side. So the hypotenuse is always going to be this side here, which is across the 90-degree angle. So the side that's across the 90 degrees side is always your hypotenuse, or it's always the longest side. So everyone hopefully understands that part. Then we have to label another side, and this side here in blue, and then let's pick one more color. Sorry, did I say blue? I apologize. I didn't make the blue side yet. I will make one now. All right, so this side here in blue is across your angle. So this angle 30 degrees, it's across, the blue side is across from the angle. So this is called your opposite side. So your opposite side is opposite the angle. Your hypotenuse is opposite the 90 degrees. And then the last remaining side is called your adjacent side, which is the one that's next to the angle, or the one that's touching the angle. So this is how you label your triangle. You have to first do this before you can do any math. Otherwise, the math that you do might be incorrect. So now that I've labeled my sides, I can write my trig ratios. I can write sine of 30 degrees is equal to opposite, which is 1 in this case, over hypotenuse, which is x. All right? And I can do this for all of them. So cos theta, but you're not writing theta anymore because we're filling in the blanks. So cos 30 is equal to adjacent. What's adjacent? We really don't know. So we're going to leave it as A, because we really don't know what adjacent is. So A for adjacent. I guess I can just write 2 more letters. Over hypotenuse, which is x. And then tan 30 degrees is equal to opposite, which is 1, over adjacent, which we don't know. So out of these 3 equations, if we're looking for x, we need to have x in our equation. So tan 30 doesn't even have x in our equation, so we can't use this equation. Now between sine 30 and cos 30, both of them have your unknown value x. But cos 30 has another unknown value, and that's your adjacent side. And since there's 2 unknowns in this one equation, we cannot solve it. So we have to use this equation here to solve for your unknown x, because the other ones won't help you. So let's do that right now. Let's plug in, or sorry, no, we already plugged in the values. Let's now rearrange and isolate for x. So how do I isolate for x? Well, x is in the denominator. So I'm going to actually I'm going to teach this because a lot of students struggle on this step. So I will teach this part here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these 2 because we don't need them right now. All right, this is our equation. Whenever you have an equation like this, where you have a fraction equals something, my recommendation is to write it in terms of fraction equals fraction. Now, not all of you need to do this because some of you understand how to, do math. But for those of you who need a little trick or need help, if you write it like this, you can cross multiply to simplify if you don't know how to simplify it any other way. So you have a fraction equals a fraction. Take the denominator of the opposite fraction and multiply it by the opposite numerator. So this now becomes x times sine 30. And this side becomes 1 times 1. And in this case, 1 times 1 is just 1, so that's easy. And the final answer is you divide both sides by sine 30, and x is equal to 1 over sine 30. Now, 1 over sine 30, that's just a calculation. Take out your calculator, hopefully not a phone calculator, not like Mr. Khan, because, he likes to do that. But if you do that correctly, that's going to be 1 divided by 0.5, and that's x equals 2. So x equals 2. All right, any questions? Oh, wait, sorry, no questions right now. Apologize, there's a lot of, this unit's too huge. So big. I've never been able to do it in 1 hour. Well, I've never been able to do anything in 1 hour, but this one is like the biggest unit. All right, so damn, I have to teach you about this. This is important.